Trap News Network back in the same, like, crack in the same, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content that we got going on here at 10. Trap News Network. Good news you can use. Good knowledge, though. You ain't finna get nobody's college, though. Big dog, tap in with that tap in to make sure you are, in fact, tapped in with that good tap in with everything we got going on here at 10 and Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. It's that knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at 10 and Trap News Network. Good newsington you can usington. It's that knowledge, though. You ain't finna get nobody's college, though. It's the news you can use. The knowledge you're not finna get nobody's college, big dog. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the good subscribe button. Make sure you are a part of everything we got going on here at 10 and Trap News Network. It's that newsington you can usington. It's that good knowledge you ain't finna get in college. Reg Trapper tapping in 10 and Trap News Network, TNN Trap News Network, TNN Trap News Network. Good news you can use. And I need y'all to make sure that y'all hit that like, comment, subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. And make sure that y'all get into Man at the Garden Freestyle. Please don't touch my I Got a Body on the Fairy Tales. Won't forget all that sound now. Get into that if you ain't got into that. You feel me? Tap in with that tap in if you ain't tapped in with that good tap in. You feel me? We finna slide over here to this good Contiana. Bricc baby gets his bail denied. Man. I hate listening to this pathetic loser's voice, man. It really bothers me. It's really hard to digest this content, man. And here you have Almighty Suspect already looking like I'm not getting paid enough to do daycare here at No Jumper, the Make-A-Wish Foundation. But again, every episode where somebody's taking their time to give this starving junkie a hand and give this adult, disabled, grown man, and you can tell, by his patchy beard, nobody really genuinely cares about him. We got to give Almighty Suspect his kudos and his flowers, man. So we're gonna take a second to clap it up for Almighty Suspect. Take a second to clap it up for Almighty Suspect, even though you can tell by his demeanor, he's kind of wondering to himself, how did I find myself in an adult special ed resource class? But hey, man, Almighty Suspect's doing the best he can with what he has. We're gonna jump into this content. Let's get into it. Let's go.
That was all really surprising because
the feds play a dirty game, man.
Because all I've observed, because the whole time I've known Bricc, I've known his lady. You feel me? She's been here.
And let's keep in mind, too, Flakko has done plenty of things that are actually being used in the indictment. Flakko's words being used in the indictments and situations being used in the indictments, specifically dealing with the Kill Squad incident and all that kind of stuff. And Flakko was the number one person to ask Bricc Baby federal-related questions as far as indictments and things like that. So Flakko's pretty excited that Bricc Baby's actually behind bars. Flakko says he wants all gang members to go to jail. Their mothers don't deserve anything, blah, blah, blah. Sounds like ideally behind all these little innuendos, he's been talking crazy about Bricc this whole time.
The kids have been around, and I've never even seen them have anything that...
No, never seen it all.
That was not harmonious. Like, we've seen me fight with my bitch a lot more than him. You feel me? Like, period. Everybody in here.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize. So it was kind of, like, upsetting to see that. But I also know the dirty tricks that the feds do.
It's not tricks now, though, because, the wiretap is on audio now, right?
Now, here's the thing, too. Let's take it back in time to where Flackiana made a comment about No Jumper getting their roof redone. And I don't know if you guys know like I know, but in Los Angeles, it's real strange for white people to be doing construction in the summertime. That's like more like a Mexican thing. Like it's more like I'm not really understanding like how they're doing this unless that might be when the wires were put into No Jumper. Remember remember Flakko was making a bunch of comments about that. Flakko was making, the roof. Seems like maybe that's when No Jumper might have been bugged. And, because a lot of things that they're saying is not coming from, we got this off No Jumper, the podcast. They're calling these wiretaps. Well, where's the wiretap coming from? Where's the Kill Squad wiretap coming from? Because it's not being claimed as a No Jumper podcast or anything like that. It's being claimed as, hey, this is what we got off the wiretaps. So where are these wiretaps coming from?
It's recorded, so
correct, but just
it's not tricks per se, but but them playing that out,
and I don't exactly them emphasizing certain details, choosing to do it at certain times.
But it's evidence because the reason his house got raided was because of those comments.
And
right.
Talking, so
you feel me?
It's also, so I mean, that was definitely upsetting. And
notice how the only person who has adult level common sense, Almighty Suspect being the responsible adult in the room, is the only person knowing not to say anything.
Regardless, free that man and
free that nigga, bro.
And I will say also, it's also upsetting to see that they're using things that occurred on a podcast. Now, that might not be evidence that's admissible that's going to get somebody convicted.
Sure.
But that is going to perhaps get people's bond denied. And we saw that because Bricc met all the qualifications, is a valued member of the community, has a job, has an income, was able to prove his mama got a property worth over $1 million. So they meet all the bond requirements. So, but there wasn't.
But then when you ask the judge, okay, again, right, from the judge perspective of, you have to figure out, is this person, are they safe to come back and reintegrate in society?
Why is Flakko speaking as if Bricc Baby is not safe, or why is he speaking as if Bricc Baby's not a valuable member of the No Jumper family, number one? And why is he speaking about Bricc Baby as if he is some sort of like monster or some sort of animal who is a threat to society? Flakko, what are you doing here, bro?
The judge is thinking, well, hold up.
How are you telling us what the judge is thinking? You don't know what the judge is thinking. You don't even know that judge. These are your thoughts. So you're trying to pass them off on the judge's thoughts because you actually are happy that Bricc Baby is being put, in jail and all that kind of stuff because you secretly have let's be real. It's very obvious that Flakko has a disdain for Bricc Baby. For sure. For sure.
A day before the arrest, he was on live with a gun on his hip.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, right? Well, they put that in, like in a document. So from the judge perspective,
because we really didn't see a gun to keep it a stack.
I wasn't here.
What?
Yeah.
No, Bricc purposely did this so.
But I'm saying,
wow, look at the pit stains. Look at the pit stains. Disgusting. He is a disgusting individual. Disgusting.
we don't.
Here.
That could have been an airsoft.
I wasn't here.
Sure.
I
Okay.
didn't see shit.
Yeah.
At the Jumper, we got a lot of lighter guns. We got a lot of things that look like guns.
Yeah, we
that's not.
Flakko is snitching on Bricc Baby. That is crazy. Why would you even say that about this man? And again, if you guys don't see Flakko's passive-aggressive attempts to low-key celebrate and be happy that Bricc Baby's going down, and you don't see that Flakko's secretly happy about this, you don't want to see it. It's very plain to see, and it's very clear to see that Flakko doesn't have any of the benefits of Bricc Baby at hand. He doesn't have any of the betterment of Bricc Baby at hand. Flakko cares about one thing, and that's pathetic fatso getting his pit stain revenge.
I wasn't here. That's an open case. I don't know. None of that shit.
But regardless, I can see the judge could still be like, oh, he's posturing with something that looks like a firearm. They can still try to. I can see why they would try to be haters regarding that.
You feel me? No.
Prop gun.
No, right. You feel me? And like, if the initial arrest was to protect the daughter
family,
and baby mama, then you let him out while he's going back home. So like, the judge is thinking,
How are you telling us what the judge is thinking? Again, you don't know the judge. So like, how are you able to tell us what the judge is thinking?